Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, she's kind one minute and a total bitch in heat and high heels the next. I've got an email here from a viewer, and he says, "Hey Coach, why does my girlfriend randomly come to me and start saying to me that I don't care about her when it seemed like everything was happy 30 minutes before? What she's communicating to you is that your actions do not communicate the actions of someone who really loves his girlfriend. You may be telling her that you love her, but at the end of the day, you're not showing her through your actions that you really do care about her." He says, "This occurred," and she says that, "I'm acting like I care, but I genuinely love this girl. I'm in need of help with this really badly. I don't want to lose this girl, and she means everything to me." Well, first off, I encourage you to read my book so you can learn the basics. Because if you don't learn the basics that are in my book, I mean, you're totally flying blind, and eventually you're going to run into something that's not going to be very pleasant. So what is going on here, what I typically see, because you haven't really given me enough information, but what I typically see is guys get into a relationship with a girl, and they get lazy and get complacent, and they think, "Oh, great, she's mine." And then they stop going out, they stop taking her out, they stop dating her, they stop romancing her, they stop putting in effort into their dates, and then it becomes the same dull, boring routine. Where if you guys are living together, then you're just hanging out, ordering a pizza every night and having beer and sitting in front of the TV, drinking beer, eating pizza, getting fat and burping and acting like a pig. And you never take her out, you never romance her. It's like, "Oh, I'm busy." That's what guys do. 99% of the time when a guy's having problems in long-term relationships is he stopped dating his wife or his girlfriend. And if you don't date her and court her and romance her, because the courtship never ends. It never, ever ends. And so if you're going to be in a relationship with a woman long-term, you have to understand, you have to date her all throughout the relationship, all throughout the time that you're together. It doesn't stop because you're married or because you move in together. It has to be a continuous, ongoing thing, because when a woman looks at that, you're constantly telling her that you love her, but you're simply no longer doing the things that you once used to do. Planning dates, maybe a picnic, or whatever it happens to be, cooking her dinner one night. Those are, or planning a date out where she just has to show up, look hot, and enjoy herself, because you've got one thing after another planned out just by simply, on your smartphone, Googling a couple cool places that are in your area that are fun and places she's never been before. That communicates to her that you actually took some time to do some research. It wasn't like, "Hey, let's go to McDonald's and get a fucking Happy Meal." Where's the romance in that? You know what I mean? Some people like McDonald's, though. But my point being is that you don't want to do the same thing over and over again. And so your girl, the reason she's acting this way is because you've obviously become dull, predictable, and boring in your relationship. You're obviously not courting her properly. You're not romancing her properly. And so she doesn't feel like you love her. And it's like, you're obviously telling her, but she doesn't believe you because your actions and your words are not matching. And probably the other thing is that you don't know how to communicate with her effectively. You don't know when to give her advice or when to shut up and listen. And like most guys that think, because we all tend to think logically and with reason, we think women think the same way we do. And so when we hear a woman talking about her problems or complaining about a girl she works with or one of her girlfriends or something that's pissed her off in her life, or her dry cleaner or whatever it happens to be, instead of just listening and getting her to talk about it and vent about it, because that's how she resolves her issue, is by talking about it, you start trying to solve her problem. And when you do that, the woman gets bitchier and she gets angrier. And she'll tend to throw things in your face that you may have thought got resolved like 2 years ago. And the reason a woman will continually throw something in your face about something that happened in the past is because it's not that she's upset about what happened in the past so much as what she's really trying to communicate to is you are right now in the present moment hurting her emotionally just like you did way back when the other event happened that she keeps throwing in your face. That's why she brings these things up. So, in other words, she's trying to help you understand that you're continually hurting me in the way that you've done in the past. And if you really love me like you said you did, you would not be treating me the way that I thought you were no longer going to treat me. But here we are, and you're doing it again. This is the kind of thing that drives a woman away. And so you're obviously pretty confused by it, and by reading my book, that'll really help you clear up things in your mind and so you know what to do. Another good thing that you might want to consider is booking a phone coaching session with me. You can do that by going to my website, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital copy of my Kindle ebook on my website, underneath the email sign-up box is a box that has a link that'll take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps for whatever electronic device you want to read my book on. And I will talk to you soon.